literally had a weekend break and trained for one day. And then I was on KISS. And I remember my first day at KISS, I thought first...
You see the amazing thing of learning the desk?
Yes!
So were you the one operating the desk at KISS?
Yeah, because I was alone.
First day?
Yeah. First day, all days. For mid-morning.
Like, so you
I don't have a producer. The producers who are there, their number one job is adverts. So you go in between adverts to tell them if you need help cutting certain things.
Yeah.
But when I joined, PQ, the CEO at Radio Africa, I learned the system that was there for like 1 week, and then he upgraded to like the Rolls Royce of systems, softwares.
Yeah.
Which meant you are producing your own show where you are. The phone calls, everything is integrated. You cut and you as we are going. Yeah.
What?
So you produce your content on your show prep. When you go in, you're doing your technical production yourself.
So you basically, when you went to KISS that Friday, you're like, this button, okay, this is the one for my mic, this is the one for this, that, that. Okay, so cutting this, the thing, this, that. You already...
Yeah. I joined KISS even without my biometrics fully being like...
integrated.
Yeah. People were still going for me because I didn't have a card.
Yeah.
Akina Ghost Mule, I'll never forget.
Okay. Oh my God, this is such a good story. So
yeah.
Now explain to me one thing that I got to give. Part of the reason that Radio Africa is still alive today is just where you are having a problem with 1FM telling you this is where we are going. Did you feel that at KISS or at Radio Africa they were like, we know where we are going, this is how we are going, this is our audience, this is what was there?
What I'll give them is the research. There was an emphasis of research. There was an emphasis of there's a method to the madness. You could refine, obviously, as time changed. I wanted the research to happen a lot faster and like have a lot more digital input. But when I first joined, I was really impressed by that. Like everything, there was a reason why we're doing everything. It wasn't that the boss woke up and felt in his heart that this is moving this way.
Like give me an example. Why was mid-morning there, for example?
To bridge between breakfast and drive, and to really sell music, whereas those other two were selling features and conversations and things like that. And I kind of changed it because we started making a lot more money on mid-morning than we traditionally would be making. Because then now I added like a digital angle to things.
So when you came, what did they tell you? Like we also want you to be doing this digital thing that you're doing.
They don't expressly tell you, but you just maneuver.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I'd use my pages. Then with time, I'm like, why don't you guys have a KISS page? Spoke to the PC. Spoke to like my immediate supervisor. We opened the KISS Twitter page. Kind of explained what this is, why we're doing it like this. Hashtags. I'm like, okay, this hashtag will be for my show. So this how we'll be doing it. If I post a picture on my page before the show, I'll post it on the KISS page. It sounds very Juakali, which it was, because we were kind of learning as we go.
Yeah,
but it worked.
Even it's like what you said, Instagram was not there at the time.
Instagram was
like,
not.
This is
I think it was only just like, Instagram was for photographers who are deep. At the time, we're not slaying and strapping.
Exactly. So also, the digital culture is now entering into normal mainstream media.
Oh yeah.
You get, when mainstream media was a communicator of things, digital now is becoming this thing that is driving narratives and conversations that media needs to engage with.
Absolutely. And I loved it because I would follow back all my listeners, because I wanted to know what are they talking about, what music are they listening to, so that pops up on my timeline. What are they doing? What's important to them? And then they would, at 1FM, they would use this hashtag Team Adelle. I didn't start it. So that hashtag continued at KISS because it was not station specific. It continued this side. And now I was actually meeting the actual Team Adelle members. We had a WhatsApp group. Like I was meeting them, knowing what's important to them.
What do you mean meeting them? You're having conversations on this WhatsApp group?
Yes, and meeting physically.
What?
Meetups, yeah.
You took your research to that level?
Mm-hmm.
You're joking.
Meetups, chilling. My birthday, they would storm downstairs, come to the office.
Hold on, these are fans.
Mm-hmm.
This is insane.
Yeah. My boss called it a cult.
Actually, I'm like, you're a
Like
presenter. You're not a musician.
Mm-mm.
These guys were coming, or even content creator, because me, I'm like, Abel Mutua, big ups for what you've done.
Yeah.
He's the new
amazing.
Superstar. Like, so radio presenters, as a radio presenter, you had this much of a following,
Mm-hmm.
a cultic following that were listening to you. So it's not just the music that they're listening to.
No.
What? Okay, explain.
But the music bound us.
Yes.
I think what I realized is that, and I really worry about like traditional media now. I never had scandalous shock value things. I never had to do things in studio, pull stands, or like I never once did that. Also, it would not be believable because that's not my character. You'd just be like, check your name, like what is that? One. And then I think people wanted to feel like they had a companion. One, they wanted to feel heard. Two, and they wanted to feel like they could take a break from the madness in their life. And music is such a beautiful way to do that. So how about we just talk around our love for music and the people who make this music? So I'd have quick fires with just fun, sometimes naughty questions with different musicians, different celebrities for quick fire. In fact, I remember I was one of the first people who interviewed Yemi Alade. And when she came, because now I was using the digital space. So even if I've never met you as an artist, I'll tag you when I'm playing your song. Then we follow each
that
other.
That whole cross-border thing.
Then you DM me and say, hey, I'm coming to Nairobi she came for a media tour, not even after Johnny. She came for a media tour, not a performance. I mean, nobody knew her enough for a performance, but everybody knew Johnny, the song. And it was big on Kiss. So she came with her manager. We're still friends to date, like her manager and I still have time for them. Same thing, and I'll mention a lot of Nigerian artists. This was happening even with Kenyan artists, but Nigerian artists, because they're very aggressive. So even people like Burna Boy, people who even to date I can DM about like his music. And it's weird. So my cousin, I remember I was in the States in 2018 and I was chatting with the guy, he's a Ghanaian guy who did the song with Ed Sheeran. But I love him because he's really into Pan-Africanism. He's very focused on it. I can see his face, but the song, did a Zonto back in the day. I forget his name, it'll come back to me. And so so we're lying in bed.
He's this one?
Yeah, he's this one. And I was lying in bed and so she's here and I was DMing him because I wanted him to amplify a program I was doing. I think it was Safe 247 or something. So she turned to me, she's like, are you just chatting with It's like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, what do you mean? And but those were 1FM connections.
I get.
That now
you continue the relationship
into Kiss and things like that. So my Kiss show was really centered around music, good energy, conversations with artists. I used to have so many interviews, and the great thing that how I was able to do all of this and even like change the songs Kiasi, which I'll talk about in a bit, is because they were so focused on the breakfast and the drive show that I could get away with murder.
Explain to me from morning all the way to like who was who.
So morning was, at the time when I joined, it was Caroline, Chipukizi, and Linda Nyangweso. Then came me for drive for 5 hours. So morning was 6 to 10. Then I was on from 10 to 3. So I even used to laugh. You call it morning.
Are you before Sanaipe?
I'm after Sanaipe.
You're after Sanaipe, yes. Okay, actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm much after.
Okay.
I don't know who was. No, I can't remember. But before me, Linda Nyangweso was doing.
Okay.
10 to 3, and then from 3 to 7 is Kaleche and Shafi, and then from 7 to 10, I can't remember who was I think it was a chat show or something, and automated. And then new talent would be put on that shift to kind of like gain their confidence and things like that. Yeah.
Okay, so firstly, I always like asking this question just because what was Caroline's impact on you, or what was the working relationship like?
I think I was favorited by Caroline a lot. She was so kind to me. I really got like a very good side of Caroline.
Yeah.
Like she was very, I think she saw in me things that I probably didn't even see in myself, and probably heard in me when listening to me on 1FM, things that I didn't even know were in me. I don't know how she did that. I don't know how she saw that, you know? And when I joined, she was very, very kind with me and kind of like almost like endorsing, like, yes, this person is valid. They are worth being here. You know what I mean? And kind of always had my back throughout.
What does that mean when you say had your back?
Like I'm telling you, I could get away with murder, changing songs and things. I think I could talk to her about, like, if I felt there was like management who was not doing things in a manner that was conducive for me, I could go and talk to her about it. I could get guidance on certain things. I could get, she could tell me, oh, I want you to do this particular gig. Actually, even when I now broke into the emceeing world, there were times if she gets a gig, she'll be like, no, this is not the one for me. I proposed, and my name would always be there.
What?
And then I would get access to certain corporates.
So would you start getting the MC gigs at 1FM, or does it start at
the nice paying ones at KISS? 1FM was...
but that's a start.
It was good. Yeah. But I also don't really like MCing.
Yeah.
But it's good bonus money, you know? So yeah, that definitely came in at KISS.
So the corporate sort of, of course, even the demographic for 1FM and the demographic for KISS is slightly different.
Yeah. Slightly different. And so she really would make sure she opened doors for myself and Linda, especially coming in as the new younger females. Especially females in a very male-dominated space.
That minority thing. So she did what you were having a problem with.
Saints. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And then it turned out she knew my mom. Turned out she knew my mom, and they'd worked on a couple of things together. So that was a nice bonus, to feel like kind of a sense of safety.
Yeah.
A sense of safety, definitely.
Whoa, that's huge to hear you vocalize or verbalize.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's have this conversation then now about the digitization, or where would you like to go in this conversation?
So I do mid-morning. For a while, I'm growing this Team Adelle thing.